it downfield. It is. Oh, it's caught. John Moran in the clutch. Oh, my word. Oh, my God. Deep to right field. Way up there. And way down the sideline. Jefferson. Another huge run. Jalen Red broke tackle. Stayed on his feet.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Blake's Take. And Friday night, the Warriors knew they were heading into a battle against some other Warriors from Amity. Willamette fell to Amity last season, so this time around, they were looking to post a redemption bid. As usual, the Warriors were looking to have their defense set the tone early, which they did, forcing an Amity turnover on the opening drive to set up their offense. Unfortunately, the offense wouldn't be able to formulate the same success, managing only 3 yards of total offense in the first quarter, with 50 yards and penalties being a large setback. Amity, on the other hand, regrouped after a rough opening drive, chipping away at the Warrior defense, breaking them down mentally and physically, forcing a few mistakes that they would take advantage of on the counter to the backside for 2 different touchdowns in the first half. As the end of the half approached, the Warriors were able to put somewhat of a 2-minute drill together, moving the ball down the field for a potential score before halftime. Yet, just like that, the Warriors offense started to spiral out of control, with Jensen scrambling and getting sacked on a 3rd and long, and then missing a completion to Alec Russell on the last chance play before the half. Coming out of the break, the Warriors found some new life, forcing a fumble with Amity in the red zone to keep it a 2-possession game. The offense then slowly but surely picked things up from there, inching away on a 19-play, 88-yard drive that was capped off by a touchdown thanks to none other than star David Griffith, who had an unbelievable one-handed catch on 4th and 2 to keep the Warriors' long drive alive. Then on the very next play, Griffith carried his heroics into the end zone to put the Warriors back in a 1-possession game. Unfortunately, the Warriors took nearly a quarter off the game clock with that drive, and with Amity's short pounding run game, that clock was only going to keep running. Despite a valiant effort by the Warrior defense, Amity was able to edge them by just a few yards on every play, ultimately being able to put together a 13-play drive that was capped off by a Wyatt Yoakam fullback dive into the end zone to make it once again a 2-possession game with not too much time left on the clock. And unfortunately, the Warriors offense wouldn't be able to see the ball again, as Amity converted a successful onside kick and then ran out the clock from there, securing the victory and the Warriors' defeat. With the loss, there is good and bad news. The good news is the Warriors still have a chance at securing a playoff berth next week against Dayton. The bad news is, unless Amity loses and the Warriors win, they will not be league champions. Next week against Dayton is the most important game of these Warriors have played in their entire lives, with playoff implications, homecoming, and senior night all on the same night. It is a must-win situation for the Warriors, so they have got to pull themselves together to pull this one off. Thanks for tuning into this episode of Blake's Take. I appreciate the support here on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and or YouTube, wherever you're listening. Come support the Warriors at home next Friday. They're going to need it to get this win over Dayton and secure a playoff berth. We would appreciate the support. Be loud, big crowd, and we'll put on a performance for you guys, and we'll get this victory for the Warrior Nation. Thanks all, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day.